we will call the meeting to order. We'll start with approval of minutes. Our motion to approve the minutes from June.
I'll make a motion to approve June minutes as written.
I'll second.
Okay, moved and seconded, all in favor? Moving on to financial report, I'm gonna start with the June financial report.
I have it all kind of together. For June, the income was approximately 45,500, with expenses just over 20,000, resulting in a net income of approximately 25,400. The year-to-date net income at the end of June was about 161,000. And then for July, the income was just over 20,000. Expenses 38,900. We had 3 pay periods and some other things that were going on that month, resulting in a net loss of approximately 18,800. But that includes the investment loss of approximately 11,800. We did transfer $150,000 from the checking account to RDC to keep the bank account under the $250,000 threshold, so we don't have to be able to have municipal banking and get zinged on our audit. Despite the loss in July, our year-to-date position remains positive with an income of $369,800 and expenses of $227,500, bringing the net income to $142,300. At the end of July, accounts receivables were just over $6 million. Investments were approximately $4.5 million. Total assets approximately $10.7 million. Any questions?
Okay, we'll move on to the June customer loan report.
So the June customer loan report, GSG was past due. They are now current. They became current at the beginning of July, right? I believe. And then North Country Grounds was past due 30 days. There was payments made. However, as you'll see in the July one, she is past due once again. If you aren't aware, she did close her doors the end of a few weeks ago. We have been meeting with her, and then once we get stuff settled and Peter working on something else, we'll be bringing this to him to talk about the next steps for North Country Grounds. Because as I said, she has been paying us for the whole time. She obviously, now that she's closed her door, she is no longer able to pay us. And we do know that she will be filing for bankruptcy, both personally and professionally, and business-wise. So we will have to look at writing that off, I believe.
Okay, any questions from anybody? Okay, is there a motion to accept the reports?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor? Okay, moving on to committee reports.
No.
New business, Arrive Downtown website.
Yep, so our Arrive Downtown website that we've been working on for the past, feels like forever, did officially go live on Friday. We will be posting more about it to encourage the local businesses to send in their information and pictures to be added to it. Because the idea of it is for us not to create a ton of more work for ourselves, but it's a great way to help promote, I guess, essentially these businesses downtown. Because if you have taken a look downtown currently or in the city, businesses, there's been quite a few that have closed lately, which is something else I feel like we will have to start addressing and maybe coming up with some plans for. But again, this website was originally created to highlight all the DRI funds that were spent downtown. We've since repurposed it. It has a section for downtown and then a section for just outside downtown. There are a few more kinks. We're meeting with them tomorrow to work out. But again, our goal is to launch it and then have those businesses that are on it to send in the information. So we aren't chasing people down. Again, it's a free platform for them to promote their businesses. And once there's a little bit more on it, we will then get magnets made and send out in the orders that go to Fort Drum through Spoken Expressions. And give them to the landlords in the area so they can go on the fridges. So as people move in, they have an idea what's going on. There is a link right now to the chamber chamber calendar, Strand calendar, Flower Memorial Library. I can't think. I think there's 4, so I don't know what the other one is. I just can't think right now. But again, it's not for us to
Maybe, it might be so.
actually, I don't think so. But the whole point is not for us to completely reinvent something. It's just to utilize the tools that are already there and have one space where people can go to utilize. So
One thing you might want to add is the city just put together like a welcome to Watertown.
I just got
packet, so
that yesterday.
And it's on the website, there's a link to it on the website and everything,
Okay.
that could be good to incorporate in some way.
Yes, that would be perfect. Yeah, Erica, I just received it from Erica yesterday.
Nice.
So I will have that added. But again, it's just a way, because people are always saying there's nothing to do here, and there really is a lot to do. You just maybe aren't aware of it. So if we have one place, hopefully eventually it'll grab, some traction, and people can stop having that narrative. That there's nothing to do.
All right, any questions about that from anybody? All right, moving on to the CEO report.
Again, June and July are usually based around getting ready and for the block parties and doing the block parties. We are getting ready to mug the fire department. I'm still working, had some contact with the fire chief. We're still working on that. But these are the mugs that will be going to them. So again, it just has a little maple syrup, a little honey in it, which is kind of stuck down there. And then some stickers, gum, because again, when you're working on 24-hour shifts, But the thought process of that is to just say, thank you for what you do. We will also be adding $15 gift cards to Taste of the Philippines or Bad Apple Barrage, depending on which one they get. But it's a way for us to encourage them to try those local businesses and a way for us to just to say thank you for everything they do. I also met with Rob from the Y. They are doing a SOAR analysis right now, can't think of the word, to see how they could be a better asset to the community. So I met with him. I talked to Dawn about the Race Against Poverty, lots of block party meetings. Andy from Coughlin, I've met with multiple times with the Arrive Downtown website. Talking to Peter about the Snides towing, we were subpoenaed for more information. So we will be sending that down by the end of the week. But overall, it's been a very slow summer. There hasn't been really any businesses coming in and looking for lending. I don't know if from the banking standpoint, are you seeing anything really happening in the city of Watertown? No. Okay.
It's been slower in the
I
city.
know. Yeah, so I know outside the city I've heard it's been a little bit busier, but there really hasn't been anything happening inside that we can be a part of. So during that time, we were just focusing on the website, the block parties, and then things like that. I think that's pretty much it.
Any questions? All right, old business.
The only thing I would say is if on your way out, if you'd like to look in our new space, the storage space, you can see that everything that was in there, except for the shelving and everything, was in that closet, and I do appreciate it because we did have to pull some things out for a subpoena that we received, so, for some old case in another state now. I would have had to pull all these bins down, and now it was very easy for me to locate. So thank you, my back thanks you.
I
All right, any other old business? If not, is there a motion to adjourn? Seconded, all in favor?